11 years later, and Click and Store Online Rental Suite is now the ISS 2021 Best of Business Most Innovative Product. So, how do you feel like the groundwork you guys laid in the past led to this point, and where do you see Click and Store heading to next?
I actually have to chuckle a bit because we're now receiving the most innovative award, which again is we're very honored to do so. But I chuckle because I think it's about 10 years overdue. You know, this was a product that in 2011, I still remember the very first person to conduct an online rental, and I was actually mowing my lawn, and my phone buzzed, and I stopped what I did. I looked at it, and there was an email from clickandstore.com, and it said this woman in Orlando had just rented a unit. I got to see a copy of the license agreement that she acknowledged. I got to see the unit number, the gate code, all her contact information, the price she paid, and the confirmation that the money was in the bank, basically. And so I used the word primitive. So I look back here, I look back there 10 years ago, and now I think how primitive Click and Store looks as well, because we've certainly advanced that product tremendously. Not only does it now integrate with half a dozen different property management software providers, we have rolled out some of our own proprietary products and services within it. That's why it's now called an online rental suite, and it's coming into its own here in the last year or two, primarily as a result of the pandemic. It wasn't until that hit did you even see the REITs and the really large operators start to develop their own proprietary online rental uh, products, and that was they were forced into that. They didn't even see the need of it and see how it could expand the business, which we've got the data to show the millions and millions of dollars in value that we've helped operators and our clients build over the last decade. But it really wasn't until the doors were shut, people were getting sick, and they were looking for ways to have the coined phrase contactless rentals now. That's what got their attention. And so it's certainly going to be around, forever now. We're not going to go back to 100% paper and in-person type rentals. And but we've advanced it in a number of ways, not only from the license agreement. Now we have our own e-sign capabilities. We've got lease agreements. You can upload your lease agreements, and they can populate based on what state, all the contact information, and so forth. So we've brought the product a long way. Nobody has the experience in the online rental segment that we have.
And we'd like to give a little shout out right here to Scott Zucker, the lawyer to whom Brian referred earlier, that helped us through some processes. He was able to work with us on the leases and how those might interplay with Click and Store for people who would like to go ahead and have the lease program as opposed to the license program to do their move-in and Click and Store. Some people still hang on to the license program because they just have this need or desire to be able to shake the hand of their customer and look them in the eye and make them feel welcome. Others,
It's a simple
yeah,
process, and quite honestly, and Scott would confirm this, that it actually provides more rights to the operator. As we said earlier, if you say they need to come in within 24 hours or 48 hours and they don't, those goods become abandoned. That operator can move them out right now and put somebody else into that space. And right now, the market is sizzling hot across the industry right now. And one of the biggest challenges for operators is getting these people out that aren't paying. It can take months and months on end that you have to go and abide by the state statutes to get some folks out.
yeah.
Painful and costing folks a lot of money.
Let
Missed
us be
opportunity.
let us be clear on the fact that there's not an owner out there that really wants to take anybody's stuff. There's a lot
Not
of
at all.
hassle that goes through that, and then obviously they're going to have extra large conversations with the owner who's going to show up one day looking for his stuff. So the goal is not necessarily to uh, take take possession of their goods. Is just to give a real big incentive for them to come in and do sign off on their lease.